All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, we begin the 7-part saga of the Swamp Thing event. This is going to go through Alan Moore's legendary run, changing the origin of the Swamp Thing forever. Now, I know what you're thinking. Swamp Things are just people who work in government. But no, I'm talking about the huge plant monster, the Swamp Thing, from DC Comics. All right, let's get into it. All right, people, let me tell you about the Saga of the Swamp Thing, issue 21, The Anatomy Lesson. This comic book, it's a very strange one, very dark, frankly, but it's also, they say, very important. Very, very important. So you have this General Sunderland, a real piece of work, very crooked, very nasty, just a huge dick. Okay? He runs this big corporation, very powerful, and he thinks he's going to be even more powerful, even richer. He's got his hands on the Swamp Thing, this big green monster, and he thinks, this thing is going to make me a fortune. He wants to figure out how it works, this biorestorative formula that supposedly turns some poor loser, Alec Holland, into this leafy creature. He wants to recreate it, exploit it, probably sell it to our enemies so they can turn us into plant monsters. Who knows, right? But this guy Sunderland, he's a true villain, not a good guy. So he brings in this guy, Dr. Jason Woodrue. Now, Woodrue, he's known as the Floronic Man, a real weirdo. He probably still lives with his mom. He's a plant guy himself, very strange, very low energy, but he's supposed to be smart, a big brain. You may know him for being the man who created poison ivy, but if you didn't know that, don't feel bad. Nobody knows this loser. So, Sunderland tells him, you dissect this thing, cut it open and tell me how it works. You figure out its secrets, and if you don't, you're fired. Very simple. Woodrue, he gets to work, cutting up the Swamp Thing, which, frankly, looks like a big pile of, how to say this nicely, a pile of shit, okay? It's not moving, it's just there, sad, dirty. And here's where it gets really, really crazy, folks. This is the big reveal. The whole thing, the whole story everyone believed about the Swamp Thing, it was all a lie, a total hoax. Woodrue, this strange weirdo doctor, he's cutting into the Swamp Thing and he finds nothing, okay? No human organs, no heart, no brain, no lungs that actually work. They're just plant matter shaped like human organs, like a bad imitation. Fake news, essentially. He remembers this weird science experiment about worms who were taught mazes, and if other worms ate those worms, they would know the maze too. Are you confused yet? Sounds crazy to me. He screams it out very dramatically. It's not Alec Holland. It never was. Can you believe the deception? The Swamp Thing, this big green thing. It wasn't a man transformed. It was a plant matter that was given Alec Holland's memories and his personality after consuming him in the swamp. A plant that thought it was a man. It absorbed all of Holland's memories from the swamp, from the explosion, and it believed it was him. This is unprecedented. This poor, dumb creature just wanted to be a man. It's a tragedy, frankly, a very big tragedy. Poor giant freak. The Swamp Thing spent all this time, all these issues, crying about wanting to be human again, and he was just a plant the whole time. Pathetic. So General Sunderland, he's standing there listening to Woodrue, and he's furious. He's yelling, "What do you mean it's not Holland? This is useless. I don't believe you. You're an idiot, Woodrue." He insults him very strongly, very directly. Probably deserved it. Woodrue's a weirdo. By Sunderland, he makes a big mistake, a huge mistake. He underestimates how petty Woodrue is. He turns the freezer off that is keeping the Swamp Thing frozen, okay? because the Swamp Thing, even though it's frozen, once it thaws, it will come back to life. And Woodrue leaves all his notes about how this big plant monster isn't Alec Holland. It's just a big, stupid plant and not a man. So it gets very, very, very angry. So angry, in fact, that it chases General Sunderland around the lab, a big green rage monster. And Sunderland, he's running around the hall, probably thinking about his next crooked deal, and bam, the Swamp Thing is there. And it just crushes him flat, like a bug, very quickly, very definitively. It's a brutal ending for a brutal man. Frankly, a good ending. He got what he deserved, and Jason Woodrue, he's off somewhere and watching it rain like a real whack job of a person, happily thinking about the Swamp Thing killing the man who was mean to him. What a wuss, just such a soft person. And this is just the first part of this series. This issue, it changes everything for the Swamp Thing. He's not a superhero, not a science experiment gone wrong. He's something else entirely, something bigger, something more powerful, but also something much lonelier. It's a very sad story, very, very sad. But it's also, they say, a masterpiece. A very dark, very green masterpiece. It just goes to show you sometimes the truth is a real bummer. A total, utter bummer. Next time, we will dive back into the swamp for the next issue on this journey where Alec Holland's old wife is looking for him. I'm sure that's going to end well for everyone. If you enjoyed this story and breakdown, make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more great comic stories.